It was supposed to be a quick hike. Just an hour in and out. But when Leena, a 26-year-old wildlife photographer, walked into Black Hollow Woods that October morning, she was never seen again. The local news ran the story for days. Experienced hiker disappears without a trace. Search efforts in Black Hollow come up empty. But that was 2 years ago. No one talks about what happened anymore. Except me. Because I was there when she went missing. My name is Rafiq, and Leena was my sister. We grew up hearing stories about Black Hollow, stories told in whispers by the old folks of the village. How people used to live in those woods, but left because of the voices. How strange things happened when the fog rolled in. How sometimes, the woods just took people. But we were city kids. We laughed off the superstitions. That morning, Leena was excited. She had heard rumors of an undocumented bird species spotted near the northern trail. The light was perfect, the weather crisp. I remember her smile, camera slung around her neck, boots laced tight. "Be back in 2 hours," she called out. She never was. By sunset, I called the forest ranger. Search teams combed the area for days. Dogs, drones, helicopters. Nothing. Not even a shoe. 2 weeks later, they found her camera bag. It wasn't torn or weather damaged. It looked like someone had gently placed it beneath a tree. Inside it were photos. The last few images she took. The first few showed trees, birds, leaves, normal stuff. Then, something changed. One image showed a figure, barely visible, half hidden behind the trees. Tall. Slender. Unnaturally pale. The next photo was blurred, as if she was running. The final image? It was taken from the ground, at an upward angle, like the camera had been dropped. It showed treetops, and a face. Not her face. It looked human, but not quite. Eyes too wide. Skin cracked like old porcelain. And a smile that didn't end. I never showed anyone that photo. I told the police the memory card was corrupted. I lied. Because I knew no one would believe the truth. They closed the case. Called it a tragic disappearance. But I couldn't let it go. Last week, I made a decision. I packed my bag, charged my camera, and went back to Black Hollow Woods. To the exact same trail. To find out what really happened to Leena. I found more than I ever wanted to know. And now I'm writing this, in a cabin I didn't know existed. Because something is outside. And it's whispering her name. Leena. I stepped onto the trail just after sunrise. The trees loomed taller than I remembered, bent slightly inward, like they were watching. The air was unnaturally still. No birdsong, no rustle of wind. Just silence. Black Hollow wasn't just a forest. It was a presence. Alive in a way that made the back of my neck itch. I retraced Leena's path carefully, using her last GPS coordinates. With every step deeper, the light dimmed, despite the clear sky. Shadows stretched long and thin, even though it was barely 9 a.m. 2 hours in, I stopped. Because I heard it. A whisper. Faint. Floating through the branches like breath against my ear. Not a breeze. Not an animal. A word. Rafiq. I spun around. No one. I pressed record on my camera. I don't know why, it felt like instinct. I whispered into the lens, "I'm on the trail." The same one Leena took. I just heard my name, but no one's here. Then I saw them. Footprints. Small, booted. Leading off the trail and into the thick woods. I recognized the pattern. Leena's hiking boots had a distinct X groove on the sole. I followed. The path twisted through brambles and gnarled roots. Light barely touched the ground here. The air grew colder with each step. I checked my phone. No signal. I wanted to turn back. But then I heard her voice. "Rafiq, help me," my breath caught. It was her. I swear it was her. I ran. Branches tore at my clothes. My legs burned. I didn't care. And then, through a clearing, I saw it. A door. Standing alone in the middle of the forest. No walls, no structure. Just a doorframe with a crooked, moss-covered wooden door standing upright in the dirt. Closed. It shouldn't be there. But Leena's footprints led right up to it, and stopped. My mind screamed to leave. But my body walked forward. I touched the door. It was warm. Humming. Like it was breathing. Behind me, I heard the whisper again, clearer this time. "You found the way in." I turned the knob. The forest disappeared. I was somewhere else. It looked like the woods, but wrong. The colors were too dark. The trees twisted up like claws. The ground was soft and wet, like walking on lungs. That's when I noticed. There were no shadows. None. Not even mine. And from somewhere deeper in that place, I heard laughter. A dry, broken sound. Not a human laugh. Something pretending to be. I started walking. Because I had come too far to stop now. And I swear. I could hear Leena's camera shutter clicking in the distance. The deeper I walked into that place, the less I understood time. The sun, or whatever passed for one, hung low in the sky, but never moved. My watch had stopped. My compass spun wildly. But the laughter, the clicking, it pulled me forward like a hook in my chest. I must have walked for hours. Maybe days. Then I saw it. The cabin. Old. Rotten wood. A sagging roof. No path leading to it, just thorns, fog, and dead trees curling away from its walls like they were afraid to touch it. There were no windows. Just a door, same design as the one in the woods. Same moss. Same hum. And something was watching me from inside. I felt it. I raised my camera and hit record again. There's a cabin. It wasn't here before. This place isn't right. I think I've crossed into something else. Somewhere else. I stepped closer. Every bone in my body screamed to turn around. But then I saw it, her scarf. Tied to the doorknob. Faded red, same one Leena wore that morning she left. I took it gently, brought it to my face. It still smelled faintly like her perfume. She had been here. She might still be. I opened the door. The inside was bigger than it should have been, impossibly large. Long, endless hallways stretched out in every direction. Doors lined each wall. Some were open, some sealed shut. Some pulsed like they were breathing. The air buzzed with static. I moved down the first hall. Each door I passed had a name etched into it. Some were full names, others just first names. One read, Leena. I reached for it. Then I heard it. Scratching. From the other side. Soft. Urgent. Then a whisper. Help me. I shoved the door open. Nothing. Just darkness. But I stepped in. It was a room. A simple one, bed, mirror, desk. And on the wall? Photos. Hundreds. All pinned neatly in rows. Every one of them showed people, some scared, some crying, some staring into the lens with hollow eyes. My chest tightened. Because in the center of it all was a picture of me. Taken just minutes ago. Same shirt. Same camera in hand. And right behind me, barely visible in the background, was a figure. Tall. Pale. Smiling. My breath froze. Then, the mirror in the room began to ripple, like water. A pale hand pressed against the glass from the inside. Followed by a face. Leena's. Her eyes were wide with terror. She mouthed something silently, "It's not me." Before I could move, a second face appeared beside hers. Same eyes. Same face. Smiling. Too wide. Too still. "We've been waiting, Rafiq." The glass shattered. The lights died. And I ran. Down endless halls, doors slamming open and shut behind me. The cabin was alive. And it was hunting. I don't know how, but I made it out. I'm outside now. Or I think I am. The trees are still wrong. The sky's the color of bruised flesh. And the whispers? They're louder. I don't remember falling asleep. But I woke up lying in the dirt, face down, soaked in sweat, camera still strapped to my chest. The sky above me pulsed a sickly gray. Every breath I took felt thick, like inhaling fog laced with ash. I sat up slowly. The cabin was gone. No ruins. No foundation. Just forest. Or something pretending to be one. I turned on the camera. The footage was still there. The hallway. The room. Leena's face in the mirror. The other face beside her. All of it was real. Or was it? I walked aimlessly for what felt like hours. And then, up ahead, I saw something that made my heart skip. A figure. Standing in a clearing. Back turned. Wearing a red scarf. Leena. I froze. Leena? I called out, my voice cracking. It's me. She didn't move. I stepped closer, cautiously. Leena, please, we have to leave. Now. Slowly, she turned. Her face was calm. Blank. And then she smiled. Not the kind of smile you give when you're found. It was mechanical. Deliberate. Too wide. I stopped cold. Her mouth moved, but the voice that came out wasn't hers. It was mine. Rafiq, it said, in my exact voice. You came back. I stumbled backward. What are you? I gasped. The thing wearing Leena tilted its head. Its eyes began to change, growing wider, darker, until there was nothing human left in them. You never should have opened the door, it whispered. But now that you have, you belong. And then, it stepped toward me. I ran. Branches whipped my face. My lungs burned. I didn't care. I didn't stop until I saw it, the original door. The one I'd entered through. Standing exactly where it had been, alone in the clearing, humming. I didn't think. I just ran through it. White light. Wind roaring in my ears. Then, darkness. And silence. When I opened my eyes, I was lying at the edge of Black Hollow Woods. Rescue teams were shouting. People running toward me. Flashlights. Hands grabbing my shoulders. I was back. They told me I'd been missing for 6 hours. Not days. Not weeks. Just 6 hours. They said they'd found me lying at the base of an old tree, no door, no cabin, no sign of Leena. But I know what I saw. I reviewed the footage on my camera. It was gone. Every file corrupted. Except one. The last image taken, me. Standing in the woods. And just behind me. Leena. Smiling. Only this time, I wasn't in the picture. Only her. Standing exactly where I had been. I tried to warn them. Told them what I saw. No one believed me. They said the forest plays tricks on the mind. Said grief made me imagine things. But I know the truth. I brought something back with me. It's been watching me every night. And last night. It smiled.